While Goliath remains one of the most iconic giants in biblical history, his past, family background, and origins still hold numerous enigmas waiting to be unraveled. The true story behind this formidable figure from the Holy Scriptures often eludes all but a select few. Amidst the intriguing facets of his life, a lesser-known aspect escapes the knowledge of most: his genetic kin, his brothers of the same lineage. In this video, we will uncover the enthralling history and origins of each of Goliath's brothers, a unique group of 5 giants who shared his extraordinary heritage. Before the rise of Goliath. In the biblical account, when the Israelites left Egypt, they ventured into Canaan, encountering various Canaanite tribes, people, and races of giants. These giants were astounding, towering between 10 and 15 feet in height and measuring 6.5 feet in width. One standout figure, King Og of Bashan, reached an astonishing 15 feet in height and 6.5 feet in width. Such proportions necessitated an entire iron bed to support him, giving him an almost monstrous appearance. Beyond the Nephilim and the Antiquians, the Bible also refers to the Rephaim, an ancient tribe of giants. They were believed to inhabit the Bashan region, encompassing parts of present-day Jordan and Israel. The Hebrew term Rephaim translates to mighty men or giants, as indicated in Deuteronomy 2:20-21 and 3:11. King Og of Bashan is closely associated with their lineage. In addition to the Rephaim, the Bible mentions the Anakim, another formidable race of giants who once inhabited Canaan before its conquest by the Israelites under Joshua's leadership. In Numbers 13:33, Hebrew spies describe the sons of Anak as giants, instilling uncertainty and fear among the Israelites. As the Bible recounts, Joshua and the Israelites confronted these giants and their respective races. They defeated or inflicted severe damage on many of them, prompting the giants to flee or endure. Most of these giants sought refuge in regions such as Philistia, Mesopotamia, and neighboring lands. Remarkably, legends about these formidable giants exist across the globe, among various cultures, including tales of their presence in Africa. This suggests that giants, in addition to Canaan, once inhabited regions such as Mesopotamia, Africa, the Americas, Europe, and India. Goliath's background. Goliath, the champion of the Philistine army, hailed from the city of Gath, home to the Gittites. Standing at an astounding height of over 9 feet, he was an imposing figure. To put his immense size in perspective, even the tallest man on record, Sultan Khosin, at roughly 8 feet 3 inches, pales in comparison. Goliath's formidable presence extended beyond his size. He was a battle-hardened warrior, encased in an impregnable suit of bronze armor, weighing 125 pounds. Carrying a massive spear and shield, he was a seemingly invulnerable force. Goliath's defense was multi-layered. His shield-bearer protected him from incoming arrows, while his bronze armor protected him. The Israelite army faced an impossible challenge in confronting Goliath, as his imposing presence and formidable defenses made victory seem unattainable. When Goliath taunted the Israelites, fear gripped their hearts. He proposed a high-stakes wager. If any Israelite could defeat him, the Philistines would serve the Israelites. But if he emerged victorious, the Israelites would be enslaved. This challenge paralyzed the Israelites, for they believed defeating Goliath was nearly impossible, jeopardizing their lives and their army's fate. For 40 days, Goliath's challenge went unanswered, with even King Saul avoiding the confrontation. Then there was David, a young shepherd who, upon hearing Goliath's threats, was enraged by the blasphemy against God. Despite his youth and ineligibility for military service, David volunteered to face the giant. Initially skeptical, King Saul was convinced by David's past feats of protecting his father's sheep from lions and bears. David's unwavering faith in the Lord as his source of strength bolstered his resolve. He boldly confronted Goliath, who was enraged to face such an unlikely opponent. Armed with a sling and a stone, David faced Goliath, who wielded a sword, spear, and shield. David attributed his strength to the Lord and proclaimed himself the leader of the God of Israel's army. With a well-aimed shot from his sling, David brought Goliath to his knees, then swiftly beheaded him with the giant's sword. Witnessing their champion's fall, the Philistines fled in confusion, leading to their defeat and the Israelites' victory. The giant brothers of Goliath. Now, let's dive into the intriguing world of Goliath's family. You might be surprised to discover that Goliath had not one, but several brothers who shared his imposing stature. These formidable siblings of his were part of the Philistine kingdom, and they all possessed exceptional physical strength. In fact, the biblical accounts tell us that Goliath had 4 equally giant brothers. While the exact nature of their relationship to Goliath remains a subject of debate among scholars, one thing is sure: they were all biologically related. These brothers banded together in rage and sought revenge on the king of Israel after learning that their fellow giant, Goliath of Gath, had been killed by King David. Some experts even argue that David faced off against one of these brothers. Still, as our story unfolds, you'll discover that one of David's loyal companions defeated this formidable adversary. The people, represented by the Israelite warriors, urgently warned David against further confrontation, fearing that other giants might target him without support. Now, turning our attention to each of Goliath's brothers, they all belonged to the same race of giants. Lami, first among them, was Lami, a colossal figure much like Goliath himself. 1 Chronicles 20:5 describes Lami as a man of tremendous stature, emphasizing the size and weight of his spear, likened to a weaver's organ. This comparison vividly shows his weapon's immense length and weight. Lami's stature likely matched Goliath's, standing around 10 feet or perhaps even taller. Ishbi-Benob. The second giant, Ishbi-Benob, shared Goliath's lineage and was equally imposing. According to 2 Samuel 21:16, he wielded a spearhead that weighed approximately 300 shekels of bronze, an exceptionally heavy weapon. Ishbi-Benob also possessed a massive sword, befitting his giant status. Abishai, son of Zeruiah, came to David's aid and defeated him in battle during David's second encounter with a giant. Sap, the third brother, met his match in Sibbecai the Hushathite during a battle against the Philistines, as recounted in 2 Samuel 21:18. Sap's size likely rivaled that of Goliath, standing at approximately 9 to 10 feet tall. Goliath, the Gittite. Another giant named Goliath, known as Goliath the Gittite, hailed from Gath, just like Goliath of Gath. In 2 Samuel 21:19, it is mentioned that this Goliath also possessed a spear resembling a weaver's organ, again indicating a substantial stature of around 10 feet, similar to the other siblings. But the family of giants didn't stop there. According to 2 Samuel 21:20, there was a fifth brother, unnamed but incredibly colossal. This giant had an astonishing feature: 6 toes on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, totaling a staggering 24 toes. This mysterious giant surpassed even Goliath and his brothers in size and uniqueness. The origin of Goliath and his brothers. The intriguing question at hand is, were Goliath and his brothers Nephilim? The identities of Goliath and his siblings have sparked considerable debate. While some have suggested they might be post-flood Nephilim, the Bible remains silent on this matter, casting doubt on the accuracy of such a theory. The scriptures provide insights into their origins, making it unlikely that they are the offspring of humans and angels. Historically, the Anakims were ancestors of the Philistines, and since Gath served as their stronghold, it's more plausible that Goliath and his siblings were Rephates rather than Nephilim. This distinction becomes evident when we examine the biblical account, particularly in 2 Samuel chapter 21, verse 16, which specifies their lineage, Rephates. Although the Bible does not categorize Goliath and his family as Nephilim, their imposing stature, demeanor, and strength likely led people of their time to perceive them as modern-day Nephilim. However, it's worth noting that the giants of David's time are no longer found on earth today, adding to the intrigue surrounding their true nature. If you found this exploration of Goliath and his giant brother intriguing, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Whether you're new to this fascinating story or already familiar with it, your insights are valued. Don't forget to show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. Until next time, keep the curiosity alive.